Yeah, what's up, everybody? I know I look like a beast right now, but yeah, I'm actually releasing this video right now that I actually made back in 2018 with Cory. I really can't really say why it took this long, but I still think the information is applicable in 2020, and I thought it's Corona season, so what better time than to put this up. And maybe it'll help somebody who's watching it. If it did, let me know in the comments below and leave a thumbs up. So here we go. Can you hear me?
Okay, now I can. All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you're talking about after you left Wilma's.
Yeah. I went to UA because I was actually middling on going to like either UTech or Edna or something. You see me? Cause like my brethren them were like, yo, dog, go Edna because art block. Everyone I do art and thing. So I say, yo, let could go Edna, is me and do graphic design because at the time we're middling graphic design was the thing to do to make money and anything else didn't really work. So, but I was like, yo, I wasn't too sure. You get me? Like especially like at the time, I was unsure. Especially my parents were like, yo, maybe you should stick to the business because that's safer. And I ended up doing like general management at UA. You get me?
Oh, so
Business management or whatever. Yeah.
even the art.
No, I didn't do it. You see me?
Yeah,
Like I've been using my high school skills up to now. You see me?
so it's interesting they actually didn't go to Edna or anything. So
Like,
like,
mm.
but you did this full time, even though you did business management.
Well, yes, this is full time. Like I was working at some point. I was doing a internship, like right during the end of UA, like final year. I was finishing up. I started an internship, and that's when I realized I really do not want to be in the 9 to 5 space at all. You see me? Like even people noticed, like it just wasn't my thing. You get me? And from there, I started just telling myself, yo, Corey, this can't be the end game. You see me? I have to find a way to make the art thing work. So I legit like told my parents, yo, can I get a graphics tablet, like one of them simple tablets to
Yeah,
use.
the Wacom.
Yeah, one of the Wacoms. I think I had one a little bit before, but I wasn't doing much. But then I decided, you know what, I'm going to actually start a business because my friends motivate me a lot to do it because they're like, yo, come out to the 9 to 5, dog, like start the entrepreneur thing. I'm gonna say, boy, I'm not sure and thing because rated and secure. But then I say, you know what, I really love art, so I just decided to like start doing art pieces. You see me? And I did one of Shensia. You see me? That was my first art piece I gave out as in printed.
Yeah,
You know,
that was like recent or that was long time.
that was like that was like 2 years ago or a year or some change. You know,
So a year ago, that's when you decided to take the leap.
yeah, basically, because I legit like was like, yo, Shensia pop right now. You get me? Someone say, yo, I'm off to ride on this wave, and I just did an art piece, and I was like, yo, I actually messaged her. Yeah, I messaged her and I was like, "Hey, Shensi, I did this art piece of you."
On Instagram.
Um, yeah, on Insta, like legit, just DM'd her. You get me? And I was like, "I would love to print this and hand this to you." And she messaged right away. She's like, "Yeah, sure. I would love that." And I was like, "Yes, yes, yes." Yeah, that's the ticket. So I legit did that, and I found a printing place and I got those stuff printed, and I was like, yo, this is out of my pocket, but rough, I have to start somewhere. So I printed it and I spoke to her and I linked up and I said, yo, I have the art piece where we can link up, and she said, just meet at Ramesh Entertainment. And during that time I was working, so I legit used my I think it was on the weekend I did it, and I just gave it to her, take pictures and she said she loved it and all of that. And Ramesh saw the art piece and was like, "This bad still in them. One of them, yeah." You see me? One of them, yeah. How much? How much? Man say, yo, tell me any price. You see me? I'm say, damn, any price? Hmm. And he legit ordered a piece same time. You get me? So that's where my art thing took off in a sense. Cause once I posted that on Instagram,
Yeah.
like one bag of people start coming to me and things. So
So
yeah.
you mind sharing like what a price range for that kind of art would be like? What did you price that one the next one you did?
The what did I price the art piece?
Yeah,
What the one I did for Ramesh?
yeah.
He wanted a big art piece. Like it was like it was really tall. You see me? Like I think it was I charged him like 40K for it.
Oh,
You get me?
yeah.
And yeah man, him just say, yeah man, just deal with that things you mean want it frame, all of them thing there, you know? And I worked through that and it was a good commission still, you know? So
Yeah, that's real. Considering, like where you're starting from.
exactly.
So
So
like, yeah, continue.
yeah, it was just like because I was so new to the thing, but at the same time, even from before, I was honing my skills a little bit because I was teaching myself a little bit of stuff on YouTube because that's how I learned. You
Yeah.
get me? I learned the whole digital art thing through YouTube. So I had a basic skill as to draw certain things. So once I did that, it was kind of easy peasy for me for that art piece. But just learning the how to price things was one thing. You get me? But it was a good experience. You know?
So everything you learn from YouTube, pretty
Oh,
much.
basically, basically, like the whole digital art space. Well,
Yeah.
I never learned that from school. You get me? But I always had the general basic art skills from long time from prep school. Me a shell art class. You get me?
That's
So
actually that's actually one of my next question.
mhm.
Just like when they all start for you, like when did you know you wanted to do this? And like when did it start? When did you feel like you're good? Did you ever feel like you're good when you started out?
Well, all right. I could go back in time now, right? So I was legit interested in art from probably like 4 years old, right? Like, yeah, you say, oh, but you're four, every kid draws and all of that, But it was different because like me and my brother, we just got an interest in drawing because like we saw this bird book or whatever. Like one of our parents gave us a book to look through, and then we just started drawing the birds. And then from there, we started doing comics. We started drawing, you know, characters, stuff like that. And then from there, my parents saw the interest, and they're like, okay, they're interested in art. They started bringing us to summer school at Edna, all right, where we did art classes. But honestly, me as a man, that the whole like the whole school structure, So
Yeah,
most of the time, I was idling, you know. But I still love to sit down and legit look through like gaming magazines and just draw the characters in them. You get me?
like
That's how I started.
like tracing over them.
Not even tracing. I
Oh,
didn't I didn't I didn't even know tracing was a thing. You get me? I legit just like saw it and I just tried to replicate it as accurate as possible. You get
right,
me?
right.
So that's where I legit started off, and from there I was doing art in high school. You know, I wasn't the top artist in class, but I was always either fourth or third place with these other youths that just shell art and just that it's just there are a lot of competition still,
True,
but
true.
it was good competition because it made me want to push more. You hear me?
Yeah, I think that's important for a lot of artists out there. Just like there's always somebody that's gonna be better than you in something, So it's like there's no reason to feel like, I can't do it because there's this person killing it. Like, it's just
Facts.
important. It all comes down to like who's consistent.
Yeah, exactly. Because like legit, I was acing art. I was always getting, you know, proper grades. At one point, I legit got 100% on something, and that was unheard of. You get me? Like I got 100%. I'm like, damn, So it was always something that I was just I really delved into. So I had the interest was always there. It was just society at that time, you weren't sure how to monetize it. You get
Right.
me? You weren't sure where the career would go because the mindset was like working for people. So you're like, who's gonna hire an artist for what exactly? You get me? Like,
Yeah.
I don't really want to go Edna because I don't really know much people going there, and I don't know how I'm gonna turn out after I get my degree. If my degree is going to be of any value. You get me? So I thought a lot of those things. So I went to the safer route and did the general management thing.
Yeah. So is the general management help you any at all with this, or just like
Just like the 9 to 5, it helped me realize what I didn't want to do.
that's
You
great?
know, it made me realize and sit down and like, yo, none of this interests me. You get me? I mean, some of the stuff did help me. Like, I had a couple courses for public speaking. You get me?
Yeah.
Little stuff like that were interesting and it did help me out. But otherwise, I could not tell you what I remember from college. You see me? So
Right.
yeah, it was just
Cool. So you've been putting out art since what, high school? Or when did you start putting out? Should say your first little piece, or was it like your first big piece?
that was my first big piece. I did a couple art pieces before. Um, I think originally I legit started 2 years ago, but then the Shensia thing was within the first year. So like probably I started like sometime July 2016 or something. 2000, I don't remember. You get me? But I started practicing. You get me? I started learning different tools and learning new stuff, and I started posting stuff on my personal page. You get me?
Yeah.
And then I decided to start a business page, probably like 6 months after that. You get me? So
So so you started a business page. So you had clients before Shenseea?
no,
We just
that
you
was
just
the
you
that
just
was the
started.
first client.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so meanwhile you had a 9 to 5. You would come home and just do your work through the night, or how did you keep going with the
Uh,
time schedule?
well, how I started, like in terms of like just my workflow and all of that.
What are you asking?
Yeah. I was asking if you're talking about like my workflow. How did I?
Yeah, so like, how did you manage your time? How did you had a passion, but you had 9 to 5. A lot of people have that challenge of, how do I work a 9 to 5 and keep
Mhm.
what I want, like
Well, it's more like it was rough. Like I will lie because I was doing a lot of things. Because as I said, I was finishing up college,
yeah.
right? I had the internship, and I was trying to go to the gym after work, and trust me, it was a lot of different things mashing up together. So I ended up going to bed late. I ended up going to work late. You get me? So it was something that was hard to manage. I was even doing artwork at work sometimes. I was just like looking around and just do a little artwork and thing. But it was something that really drained me. That's why I was like, I need to get out of this thing. But I just waited for the year to finish because it was a year internship. And I decided to push through it. You get me? And just spend the nights just learning new stuff and looking up videos and all of that. So I managed it pretty well for that time. Yeah.
Right. So how old are you now, if you don't mind?
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now it's more of
I say how old?
how old what? Pardon?
It's like asking your age.
How old am I now?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm 25.
25. Cool. So
Mm. Nigga, you're doing the
uh,
calculations. Yeah.
uh,
So yeah, so
yeah, I forgot my question, but
yeah, it's cool, bro. It's cool. But yeah, I've been doing art for a long time still. You get me? Right now in terms of like managing my time, I've been doing a lot of planning. You get me? Right now it's just a matter of what do I devote my time to, like personal projects as well as client projects. Because the client projects can really take up your time. I mean,
right.
they pay, that's what pays,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, you kind of want to create something that will get you money in the long term, right?
Just
And
personal projects.
yeah, personal projects, right? So legit, I'll be setting days now because like I wasn't usually organized with my time. I just did whatever I felt. But nowadays, I've been organizing my time more, and I've been legit setting schedules. So like for instance, Saturday and Sunday, personal projects. Legit just deal with like whatever I'm have to post. If I have my comic to work on, because I'm working on a comic right now, I do that. And in the week, I deal with my client projects. So in that way, I don't feel like I'm missing out or anything.
So you work from home?
Yeah, I work from home.
Do you find that like it's hard to like, you know, keep yourself accountable? Like, the bed is right there. It's like you want to take a lie down.
Boy, I mean, not really. Like, I enjoy working, you get me? And I feel like I always find a rhythm because usually my rhythm is that so if I'm not working at home, I'm either working at my virgin yard because a lot of my friends are entrepreneurs as well.
Yeah.
And I would, I'm a night person, so I'll work throughout the night. You get me? So I'll go to the gym. After the gym, me and my virgin just do some work, probably one little game, and then do some more work straight till like 5 o'clock a.m. You get me? So it's not an issue because as I wake up, I'll sit down in this chair. You get me? And I'm in front of the computer and I just say, all right, work time, Cory. You get me? I'm too, not too, you know, how you say, like, I'm not worried about wasting time unless, like, I go on my phone and I start scrolling too much. You get me?
That's a
Like,
problem for all of us.
oh, yes. And the problem is, like, my business is on my phone. Like, I have to be managing my page on Instagram,
Right.
seeing what's going on. But then you have a lot of other content that you end up consuming, you know?
Yeah.
So I told myself I'm gonna try to consume content that is relevant to my craft and relevant to just business in general. You get me?
Yeah, I felt the same way. I had to unfollow a lot of pages and stuff.
Yep.
Well, just what I needed to see.
Yep. Trust me, it's like I find myself watching more videos about business, more about just art in general. Cause you have YouTube pages that talk about different styles and
Right.
different things. So I've been doing that now, and that's pretty recent. Like that's probably like a couple months now. I've been doing that. Like from before, it was more like, oh, I watch some entertaining stuff on YouTube or something, and then while I work, or I watch a series while I work. I'll do that from time to time, but more I'm more likely to watch something about business now and art than from before.
We have been given the scientific knowledge, the technical ability, and the materials to pursue the exploration of the universe. To ignore these great resources would be a corruption of a God-given ability.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.